And just like that, day 24 is complete. I spent 2.5 hours on my YouTube stuff. We are about 4 minutes done. The next baseball video, we played poker for 6 hours. Our play was really good. The math had us up money, but we lost, I think, a couple $100, which kind of stung yesterday. Usually for me, after a big expense, and especially when I'm kind of close to maxing some of these credit cards, there's a bit of pressure that I feel in terms of trying to actually win money right away. But this is a long game. I'm trying to play 30 plus hours of poker this week. And poker just isn't the kind of game where that works out that way. I lost a couple $100, but I made some good decisions that I'm happy with. And so you just go on to the next day and know that when we get a big enough sample, whether it's 30 hours or 90 hours or whatever, we're gonna be up money. There is a bit of pressure to build these bankrolls back up as soon as I can, and also a bit of nervousness as far as hoping this van doesn't break down again. The thought I had the other day is that it's going to take way more than this to get me to quit. I know I said I'm close to the end of my credit cards being maxed, and like if this van has a big repair that's needed, that's kind of it. But when I think about things in the grand scheme of things, it's gonna take far more than that. When I realized that it might cost $500 for Airbnbs while I was waiting for my van to get fixed, and my brain immediately starts thinking about getting a tent and possibly sleeping in some kind of trees, it reminds me of just how stubborn and resilient that I can be. That it's going to take so much for me to ever quit. Because if this van breaks down completely, I might just sell or give away a bunch of my stuff or put it in storage, and I potentially could find some creative way. Maybe I get a bicycle and a tent and I bike around to coffee shops. And yeah, that's obviously a pretty extreme life. I mean, it's basically homeless. There's no sugarcoating it, but I don't give a fuck. If that is what it takes to make this dream work, I'm willing to do it. And I know that from the outside, all of this just makes me look maybe unstable or crazy or whatever, but I don't really care. My baseball channel has gotten 33 subscribers in 24 days. That's on pace to hit a little bit over 900. And with just a couple good videos, long form videos, that probably does hit 1,000 in this challenge, which means that in less than 3 months, I could potentially be making money from YouTube already. And that's without really building up this channel the way that I think I can, and that's without making great coffee videos yet, and that's without making videos for my poker channel yet. And so all that basically is to say that I don't think I'm going anywhere. It's really gonna take a lot for me to quit this. And even if I have to do the 9 to 5 route, I think I'm gonna be able to find time in the evenings, even if it's an hour a day, even if it's 15 minutes a day. I'm not just gonna let this dream die just because this challenge fails. And I know a bunch of people have talked about playing live cash, and that was actually something I thought about doing probably 3 to 6 months ago, was getting good at 6 max, playing live cash. But there's a lot of friction with that. First of all, I go to bed at like 10 o'clock every night. I've learned a bunch of stuff about how sleep works, and you basically want your sleep hours to be between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. for optimal recovery, for longevity. And I'm not gonna go to casinos at 10 p.m. and stay till 4 a.m. even for a higher hourly, because that's the same thing as shift work, where you literally shorten your lifespan by doing shift work. I'm not gonna do those kind of things. It doesn't make any sense. I try to eat healthy. I work out 5 to 7 days a week. There's no way I'm gonna start doing things that actively shorten my lifespan, that are scientifically proven to shorten your lifespan. That's crazy. As far as playing 6 max, if Heads Up Sit and Goes died today, I don't think there's enough time for me to learn the games and get good enough at them. Like, the biggest thing is, I think there is a big gap between Heads Up Sit and Goes and 6 max. They're very different games. I've played enough 6 max online to understand I'm not a shark in those games. I'm probably better than maybe a break-even player, but if there's even 2 or 3 competent players at the table, I'm probably the fish. And I think it would actually take hundreds of hours to make a comparable hourly at those games. So it's not something I haven't considered. It's just, I don't really think it fits into my lifestyle. I don't really think it fits in as far as health goes and so on. But again, I'm not saying the idea is bad. I'm just saying it's not for me. So anyways, new subscriber total. Got a couple new guys following yesterday, so thanks for that. Shout out to them. And 8.5 hours of productive work on a day when I was only planning to get, I think 6, I said. So good for me. And on to day 25. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.